Feminism. I've been researching young trans people and transphobia, and I've come to the conclusion, I'm going to have two conclusions, one at the beginning, one at the end of this. The conclusion that basically what's happening at the moment is the government is finding different ways to lie about us. Okay, I'm going to start just with Cass. To start with, Cass is not peer-reviewed, yet there have now been at least 11 peer-reviewed critiques of it, which means they are, all of those, more authoritative than Cass. One of those is my own. They call it a landmark study. I call it a mirage, a facade, a masquerade, or maybe a pothole. Science does not stop. Science carries on, and all of these critiques of Cass have come out since Cass was published, yet the media, the political class, is treating Cass like a religion, like there's nothing moved on from that. And it's being used as a justification for harming trans children. One of those publications I wrote it detailed the harm, literal harm, that is being caused by the puberty blocker ban. And it's still not being reported in mainstream media. They still pretend their policies are protecting trans kids, whereas in actual fact, they are harming trans kids. They are causing literal, actual harm all the time. And now we have Labour's Section 28. It's based again on literal lies. They quote the Cass review again to justify it. It also, it implies that the Supreme Court misjudgment is established and not contested. The Supreme Court misjudgment is contested by a whole load of people, by most of the people here. It's also in particular contested by lawyers. It says binary biological sex should be taught as established. Actually, binary biological sex is also contested, in particular by biologists. Yet the existence of trans kids who have existed since ever, they claim is contested. But we know trans kids' existence is only contested by transphobes. And to be quite frank, in school, there are lots of things we teach that are contested. Large parts of history, RE, English, biology, etc. are contested. So here's the second part of the second conclusion. If, to defend the myth of binary biological sex, the state and establishment have to use pseudoscience, unaccountable establishment power, extreme top-down legal repression, excluding us from the spaces where decisions are made about us, wall-to-wall propaganda, hermetic exclusion from the media, intense fear-mongering and deliberate lies to conceal its harmful intent, then maybe binary biological sex is not worth defending. The myth of binary biological sex, if it needs such extreme dishonesty and top-down power, deception and lies to defend it, it must be exceptionally fragile and unstable. The fact that the government is using all these heavy repressive measures is an admission of weakness, inauthenticity and inadequacy. So keep fighting.